Hey, what's up, people? My car's all messed up and I haven't skateboarded in a while, so I'm gonna use this as an excuse to teach you guys all the no complies that I know how to do, which isn't that many. Why should you learn no complies? Well, a lot of people think they're dumb, but I think it's good to learn every possible maneuver that you can on skateboarding. It all comes full circle. Trust me. All you need to learn this trick are legs. Actually, you don't even need those. You're gonna need some sort of leg-like objects that you can control with your mind, and you're gonna need a skateboard. It helps if you have a higher than 40 IQ, but probably not required. Anybody can learn this. I'm gonna start with the easiest no comply that I know and move my way up to the most difficult. It's pretty freaking muggy out, so I apologize if I look like a swamp monster by the end of this. Anyway, let's continue. Number one easiest no comply, in my opinion, is the no comply shove it, backside shove it. This one is incredibly easy. In case you don't know, on a no comply, you are taking your front foot off and doing some sort of popping motion with your back foot. Okay, you're gonna need to know that. And now with this no comply shove, you're gonna be taking that front foot off, planting it, and you're really just gonna, like an ordinary shove, you want your weight centered in the tail to get a good rotation. And if you know how to shove it already, well, this is gonna be super easy for you, but you just give it a little nudge. And if you don't know how to shove it, this could be a great way to practice. Once again, review. Take your front foot off and do a little shove with your back foot and try to land on it with both your feet. I think this trick's so easy that you could probably learn just by watching. Let me demonstrate. And there you have it. In one of those attempts, I didn't quite get it all the way around, but you may have noticed I managed to just pivot it a little bit. That's something you can do with this trick. You don't have to go guns a-blazing and shove it as hard as possible. Start small, work your way up. And now for number two, the second easiest no comply trick, in my opinion, do I have to keep saying that, is the no comply front shove. So just like the regular no comply shove it, you're gonna be taking your front foot off, except this time when you shove it, you're gonna be scooping it the opposite direction. If you already know how to do a front shove, then guess what? This is gonna be easy. That being said, I still struggle with this trick. I'll see if I can even get one for you. You could learn it pretty easy. Anyway, let's go ahead and move to the third easiest no comply trick that I know. That is the no comply 180. If you got the no comply front shove down, that's going to help a lot, but you don't need to have that one good to have the 180 good. So basically, it's like I was saying, it's incredibly similar to the no comply front shove in that you take your front foot off and you basically do a no comply front shove, except you want to match the speed that your board is turning and get back on it and roll away. And if you don't know how to 180, to 180, it's all about turning your shoulders and your waist will follow. So remember, just pop that front foot off, give it a slight nudge, but you want to keep that back foot, try to keep it on at all times. Move your shoulders to get that 180 and get back on and roll away. And there you go. There's a few demonstrations. When you first start learning it, they're probably gonna look like this. And gradually, as you get the hang of it, when you pop up the board in the air, to make this one look good, you jump up and try to catch it in the air. Let me just demonstrate. And the reason you should learn this trick, it's a really fun way to just turn around without doing like an ollie 180. It's straight up for the options. It's nice to have options. All right, so number four, I'm gonna kind of sum this one up as like a no comply 180 grab thing, and there are other things you can do with this once you get it down. like hand flips and all this great stuff. At this point, I don't think I need to explain to you the foot position or how a no comply is done. I think you probably understand that by now. You're gonna basically do the same thing as a no comply 180. It's just you're going to have your mind and your arm ready to grab the board. Let me demonstrate. Pretty self-explanatory. Just wanted to let you know that you guys got options. How many times can I say options? And once you get that trick down, guess what? You have even more options. And that would be like a no comply grab hand flip thing. If you learned all the no comply tricks up to here, you'll learn it no problem. Guaranteed. You're gonna like the way it feels. Guarantee it. I think you can probably get the gist of it just by looking at it. Really, you just want to make sure that you grab under the board. You want to be careful. Sometimes you can end up sliding your fingertips across the grip tape, and that sucks. Try not to do that. Try to grab it under the board and just give it a little bit of a flip. If you notice your board isn't turning all the way, grab it more towards the wheelbase, and that'll help it get rotation. So I guess that concludes number 5, no comply 180 hand flip. While we're on the page of doing weird no comply hand things, I might as well show you this odd little thing you could do. Regular no comply, but this time you're gonna grab the board with your front hand and you're gonna grab it on the nose here, and then you're gonna 180 and you're gonna make that board spin a little bit. This is basically like a weird no comply hand grab big spin. I don't know what you'd call it. Looks pretty silly, but you might as well learn it, right? Or here's one. Hopefully I can make it look good. As you can see, kind of an awkward trick, but it's also kind of fun at the same time, and you should learn doing it. You should learn it. There's actually no reason you should. And on to number 7. For number 7, I'm gonna teach you guys how to do a no comply heel flip, pressure heel flip, however you understand this. And your foot position is going to be a little different here. Your back foot, your toe, your weight is going to be put down right there on that very precise edge of your board, where your tail and your wheelbase, your wheel, where that is your pressure point. That's where you're going to apply all the weight on this trick. So just run through that here. Take your front foot on and put that pressure on that weird spot. It helps if you have more weight on the board, obviously. So I'm gonna have to demonstrate one. And this one's a little bit harder because finding that pressure zone can be difficult at first. But once you find it and once you practice it and reinforce it in your brain, it's really easy to do. And let me just show you one. And I apologize for all the freaking mosquitoes that keep on swarming my camera. They're driving me nuts. All right, well, those definitely weren't the best I've ever done. For the sake of teaching, I think they were adequate because it demonstrated a very common problem with this trick, is that they are very hard to keep straight. So if you can manage to do this trick and keep it straight, you're on to something. You must got a huge brain, big PP. And another common problem with this one is it not flipping enough. If that happens, chances are you're not far enough down towards the tail here. So try just adjusting it and try to find that perfect middle ground. If you're too much on the tail, then the board tends to rock it. So you gotta be very careful. Safeguard your genitals. Like I said, it's all about finding that perfect middle ground. But once you got that, there's a lot you can do with this trick. And that being said, time to move on to no comply number 8. And that next trick is the no comply heel flip 180. I think maybe even some people call it a no comply toe flip. I don't know what it's called, but what it's called doesn't matter. How to do it, that's what's important. Now this trick is going to take all of your collective no comply knowledge that you've learned in this video. You're gonna need to know how to do that no comply heel flip, and you're gonna need to know how to do that no comply 180. And it's really just as simple as putting it together. You give it slightly that scoop that you learned from the no comply front shove, and you turn your shoulders like you learned from the no comply front 180, and you flip the board like the no comply heel flip in that weird pocket. It's just slightly different because you're nudging it a little bit more forward this time. This trick can be pretty tricky. Wow, bad choice of words. Let's get a few, shall we? Counts. So number 9 would be like a no comply 180 cancel. Basically, you just go like you're gonna no comply 180, and right around here, you change your mind and you pivot back to the direction you were going. You could use it to jazz your tricks up, or you could just go like flex on people with this trick or something. That'd be kind of funny. These mosquitoes drive me mad. Anyway, let's see if I can get one. It's been a while since I tried this. All right, well, I definitely didn't make that look cool at all, but it's something you should learn. And when you're first learning it, you'll probably look like that. Like I said, you can apply this to all sorts of tricks. And this one goes full circle. It doesn't only just apply to no comply tricks, but it can help you with your overall pivot skills. And your pivot skills can really help with recovery of bad tricks later down the road. So it might look like a really stupid maneuver, might look very uncool, but in the long run, it's gonna help you out a lot. And later on, you're gonna be so cool. People are gonna be all like, whoa, dude. All right, and the next set of tricks I wanna show you is a lesser known version of the no comply. And that would be the backside no comply. With this one, it's a little bit different. Normally, we've been stepping off this side of the board. Now we're gonna be stepping off on this side of the board. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Pretty crazy, dude. But let me just show you. And I'm not very good at this trick, so I doubt it's gonna look cool. But there's cool things that you can do with it, and I'll see if I can show you that too. And you're probably thinking, what could I possibly do with that looks cool? Well, let me tell you. You can throw an extra little pivot in there and turn it into a 360. One of the New York dudes does it all the time. What's his name? Shredmaster Keith. He's really good at this trick. If you don't know who Shredmaster Keith is, look him up. He's a fancy skateboarder, and he does this trick exceptionally well. And you can too if you take the time to practice for once in your life. Just kidding. So it's the same deal as that no comply back 180. You take your foot off, you do a little 180, and then guess what? You're gonna land on that tail and you pivot it. You pivot it around town. That's how you do it. Let me show you. Once again, just terrible execution, but I hope you get the concept. And like a lot of the no comply tricks, it's really challenging to make it look good. But you can, trust me. It's all about the timing of taking off your front foot and the time it takes to pop and weird stuff. You'll figure it out if you're actually trying. And for the last trick that I'm gonna demonstrate, number 11 maybe or something, is the regular no comply. I made this the last trick because I honestly think it's the hardest no comply. I don't understand it. But maybe it's because my brain don't work no good, y'all. But maybe you'll be able to see me attempt it. Maybe be like, that's what you're doing wrong, you dumb idiot. And then you'll go outside and you'll do it like a champion. I doubt that was even remotely close to a good one. But that's the best I can do. Though I can't perform it, I do know how to explain it to you guys. So for this one, just like all the other no complies, you take your front foot off. The thing is, with a regular no comply, you kind of want to have a lot of forward momentum. You want to keep that forward momentum going forward. All the people that are very good at doing regular no complies, they pop it up and it hits their knee, and they can kind of lift it up with their leg like that. I can't do it. I'm afraid I'm going to destroy my test. But that is the secret, is keeping that forward momentum, getting it attached to your knee, and landing on it and rolling. Hopefully this was informative. Minimum, hopefully you at least had fun and enjoyed watching me attempt to speak English. If you master all these tricks in this video, well, congratulations, you now know 11 more tricks. And those pivots and those reverts, that stuff really carries on as you progress with skateboarding, more than you might think. A lot of people give no complies a bad rep, but they do teach some very simple fundamentals, and in my opinion, everybody should learn them. And you know, sometimes you can end up really getting frustrated learning these flip tricks. Sometimes it's good to take a break, learn something a little easier. Anyway, go learn these. You'll have fun, or you'll hurt your genitals and ankles and you'll go cry. You can learn all these tricks. I believe in you, even if nobody else does. And that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. Leave a comment. Let me know if you learned any of these. I'd be super happy to know that I spread the seed of knowledge. And hey, you could subscribe if you want to. And if you like these kind of informative videos, if there's something you think I could teach you, I'll do my best. That being said, these mosquitoes are sucking out all my blood, so I'm gonna go inside. Hope you have a great day, night, and evening, and the rest of your life. I hope the rest of your life is just great, okay? Bye.